You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I have got your early edition spoilers for the week of September 9th through the 13th. Looks like Marlena Evans is going to help Sarah Horton recover all of her memories of the accident, and that is not going to bode well at all for her mother-in-law. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as we always do on the early edition days, first we're going to run through what's happening the rest of this week just to set up some context for you. So with that in mind, on Wednesday, September 4th, after Stephanie talked to Chad about Abigail being alive, of course, we all know that's Fabby, fake Abby, not real Abby. Stephanie makes a point to seek out Abigail and talk to her about the past, try and get her to remember some things since Stephanie and Abigail do have overlapping history and all that good stuff. Also on Wednesday, we have got Leo having a sit down with Chad DiMera in Horton Town Square to give his notice. He can't work at the Spectator anymore because he is a full-fledged soap opera writer right now. So if you remember on Tuesday, Gabi was debating with EJ about not letting Stefan know that she slept with his brother. And she at first wanted revenge, but then she's like having some second thoughts. So she and EJ agree that she needs to think this through because you can't unring that bell once it comes out. So Gabi was waffling and EJ said, he'd do as she wants. If she wanted to keep it quiet, that'd be fine. But then Stefan burst in on them. So we are going to have Gabi admitting to Stefan what happened. She is going to confess. And that's when we should see EJ getting a punch in the face from his brother. And I do wonder if Stefan storms out. I think EJ and Gabi are going to hit the sheets again, but we'll see. Meanwhile, Aaron Greene is back in Salem after his time pretending to be Tate Black at lacrosse camp is done. And he spends some time talking to his big brother, Dr. Mark Greene. And I'm betting Aaron doesn't know that his big brother has some sort of anti-DiMera and fake Abby conspiracy cooking. And again, I think it's about their parents. We'll find out more soon. Thursday, September 5th, Eric Brady is back in Salem. He's there for his stepbrother, Brady Black. Looks like he could be staying a couple of months. We'll see. And of course, Eric has been through the ringer in a very similar fashion because he ran over and killed Holly's dad, Daniel Jonas. And so he knows the guilt. He knows just the dark place it takes you to. And John Black shows up to visit Brady at the jail and is just advising him, don't confess to anything you don't remember. Don't be rash. Think things through. Just take a minute. Let's figure this out. Let's find out about the evidence. Let's find out where the investigation goes, because it's very important that Brady can't really confess to something he does not remember. All he knows is that he was out drinking and then he saw some scrapes on his car, the car that is now gone that he didn't do anything with. So it's very complicated. And Holly is so upset with Tate on Thursday. It looks like he is going to spill to her about Eric and Daniel and, Brady's involvement in all this. And clearly Tate doesn't know that Holly doesn't know, so it's complicated. And Sarah does not want Maggie's help as much as her mom is trying to be helpful while Sarah learns to navigate life in a wheelchair. It looks like she's getting frustrated with her situation and lashing out at her mom to some extent. And we also have Fiona there at the mansion as well, which is going to make things very tense because of what's happening on Friday, September 6th. Sarah starts to get her memory of the accident back. She's sitting with Xander and Fiona upstairs at the Kiriakis mansion, and she's getting these little flashes, and she says that she remembers, and Fiona looks freaked out and horrified. Meanwhile, Justin Kiriakis checks in with Brady. He's going to be his lawyer for this hit and run case, and despite it being her daughter that was struck, Maggie is very worried about Brady and just hopes that Justin can find a way to get him help. She doesn't want him to go to jail. Maggie would probably like him to be in rehab or something else because she totally understands the demons that come with alcohol addiction. So Holly is very upset when she finds out that she has been lied to all these years and that it was Eric who killed Daniel. They're going to have a stare off, glare off at the park by the end of this week, and that's going to carry over into Monday. And also on Friday, there's an epic Eric versus EJ showdown. Eric looks like he's there to confront EJ, and I am very interested to hear what Eric has to say about Nicole and Jude and what is going on with them. All right, that takes us to the action of the 9th through the 13th. So we're going to have more of this Holly versus Eric confrontation that started on Friday. Holly is furious at Eric. You know, he has been like a dad to her, which is all well and good, except that he killed her actual dad. Eric never told her. Holly's mom, Nicole, never told her. This teenager is already angsty enough, and now Holly's going to find out that she's essentially been living a lie her whole life and has been, to some extent, gaslit by her mom and the love of her mom's life, Eric. So also on Monday, Fiona is absolutely desperate to keep Sarah from recovering more memories and from telling people what she is remembering. But what's she going to do? Smother her with a pillow? I mean, Fiona might just want to run at this point. Tuesday, we are going to have Paulina going to see Rafe at the hospital, and she is telling him, it's time to wake up. You know, you've been in this coma for a while. It's done. Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is mean, but maybe accurate. I've not noticed like really any loss in quality or storyline while Rafe has been in a coma. So, you know, I don't know why Paulina needs to wake him up. We have a new police chief. Everything's going fine. I don't know if we need Rafe back, but I'm sure he's going to wake up anyway. Then on Wednesday, the 11th, Melinda Trask is desperate to get away from Connie Viniski, and she is really hoping that someone is going to show up and save her. Her best chance at this point is probably Ava Vitale, because she's the one who knows that Melinda was heading over there and then just disappeared and sent this really wonky text about leaving on vacation and can't work for Kristen anymore. None of it makes sense. Thursday, September 12th, Holly is still furious about this Daniel and Eric thing and all the lies she's been told. And Tate spends some time with his girlfriend trying to get her to just chill out about it and calm down. You know, women love nothing more than being told to calm down, especially if you do the gesture. My husband knows that. Never tell a woman to calm down. Friday, September 13th, Marlena sits down with Sarah. She's going to hypnotize her to try and recover all of her memories of the accident. And I wonder if Fiona is going to try and interfere or pack her bags and flee. We have a few more spoilers for next week. EJ's going to threaten Kristen. Kristen tells Brady he needs to fight to stay out of jail and not roll over and keep confessing things. And Eric has a discussion with Marlena about how angry Holly is. And Tate talks to his grandpa John about how angry Holly is with him as well. Those are all of our early edition spoilers. Please drop your comments. Please subscribe if you're not following us already. Definitely come back soon. It's me, Belinda from Soap Dirt, talking Days of Our Lives with you guys 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.